fight.
So how do you look at this fight? Because Cruz is actually the underdog in this fight.
Yeah, how did we get here? That's what I have been wondering. Why are you two fighting? I even asked Dominick that. Not against the fight, and I'm not about Casey, but why are you guys fighting? Is there a backstory I don't know about? Are they trying to get you out of the way, and this is the young guy they use as a bump? Because if that's true, they don't usually put it on the undercard. I mean, it's one of these stories that we've seen 100 times, but I can't remember it. I can't remember why you bring in the up-and-comer against the old KG veteran on the third fight of a night with 3 title fights. I mean, it's one of these things. Dom, did you piss somebody off? Like, I really wanted him to answer the question. He said, man, I don't have any idea. They talked about me and Sean O'Malley. I thought we're going in that direction. Next thing I knew, it was Casey, and I signed the contract. That's what Dom told me. I take him at his word.
Yeah, I think it's a case of them trying to push Kenney. I think he had a great 2020. They're trying to get him that, signature win to sort of put him in that contender spot. And then, with Cruz, it's like, hey, if you beat this up and comer, you're still in that spot of being a contender here. Because like we talked about, pressure. If Cruz loses this, I think his days as a contender are potentially gone here with how stacked bantamweight is. And, for Kenney, it's just a great opportunity. If Kenney loses, he'll live to see another day. He's a young enough guy where he could string together a few more wins and get back to that spot. With Cruz at 35 and his injuries and his layoffs, I'm not so sure. What do you think of that, Jim?
Yeah, Jim, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm going to take that question, though, Jim, because the one match that I did want to see, and I thought we would get it because it made sense, Dominick Cruz versus Aldo. I really thought that the guys that would get together, the former champions and around the same age, and hey, the winner retires and the loser retires. Like maybe one of those, and then this, Casey caught me out of nowhere, Jim.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's a really lopsided fight, in my opinion. I think Dominick's going to dominate. But, even though, he's had a layoff, he's had the injuries, he's 35, et cetera, et cetera. I just still think he's still a cut above Casey Kenney. And maybe the Jose Aldo fight will come after. Maybe, who knows? I think the Cody's campaigning for that. But, we'll see. I still think Dominick has I still think he has stuff left in the tank, and I think he's going to dominate Casey Kenney. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, Chael's right. It was odd when I saw it. I'm like, man, it just seems odd. Sean O'Malley makes a little kind of. I think that kind of makes. I wouldn't say the most sense, but I was like, oh, that fight's a little bit more intriguing. But yeah, we'll see.
But this is something we talked about last time, Chael. What's best for business? Sean O'Malley is someone that the UFC's put a lot of time into. They built him up. He's coming off a loss here. The fact that they were trying to make the Cruz fight, to me, is a bit surprising because if O'Malley loses another fight, his stock goes down. I think with the Almeida fight, it's a winnable fight for him. Almeida, he's had some setbacks as well. What do you make of that with O'Malley fighting Almeida as opposed to a Cruz?
I don't disagree. I know TJ Dillashaw's name was thrown in there somewhere, and I don't know the level of that, but I know they did have at least talk of that round robin. I'm talking about Sugar Sean, Dillashaw, and Dominick. I didn't have anything against the Almeida fight. And, one thing that I really do like, and particularly the UFC is guilty of it, which is you put on the best fights when you can put them on. I don't know that I love the theory of, let's get this guy a couple of wins and get this guy a couple of wins, only because you generally backfires. And then generally you never get the fight that you want. Look, if there's a great match, go make the match. As it does come down to Dom, yeah, this is a champion. This guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's a face on ESPN. Everybody knows him and likes him. Third fight of the night. Why? Why are we here? And how did we get here?
Yeah, let's kick it off, jab, cross to the beat, beating you MMA, heat is the main course of the feast, Lynch on sports, the force, he's got his ears to the streets, uppercutting with knowledge, shaking the brain with breakdowns of the game with that original flow, head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix.